My mom had polio and she suffered with post-polio syndrome. My dad couldn't take care of her any longer, so we took them in to take care of them. We acquired a lot of medical equipment. I'm an occupational therapist, so I got her anything that she needed to stay as independent and happy as she could be. After she passed away, I looked around and I didn't want to throw anything away for sure, but I couldn't find any organization that actually collected these items. And so I called some social workers that I knew, and they put the word out, and I said, you know, these are the items that I have. Can you find someone in need? And within days, my phone was ringing off the hook, and I had no idea the need that was in this area. So my husband and I were, we just prayed about it, and we felt like we were being called and led to start a mission, and we wanted to be able to help people who were uninsured or underinsured and just couldn't find these items that they needed. And so this way, we were able to collect items and refurbish them and be able to get them out to somebody who needs it.
I consider them to be lifesavers. I truly believe that All Blessings Flow blessed my family in a way that there are not enough words in the dictionary to describe how easy the process is, how committed these volunteers are to the process of helping families. And on behalf of my grandmother, Geraldine Carter, who died December of last year, was very special to me. She was my grandmother and she raised me, and I was committed to providing her with the ultimate care that she needed during her last days with us. And without All Blessings Flow, I would have never been able to do that. So I'm incredibly grateful to All Blessings Flow, the volunteers, Annie Dodd, and their commitment to the community.
First time I met Annie was 2016 at her home, where she was then working out of a garage. And I was picking up some equipment for my husband who had ALS and was developing it. And he just needed more and more and more support. I've returned to her a couple other times. Second time, she was now at a storage unit. She's expanding. And so watching her progress and all that she has evolved to become, and how she has grown this organization, and now we're in this huge, place with 4 different warehouse stations. It's just so inspirational.
As a physical therapist, I come by All Blessings Flow probably on the average once every 2 weeks, but there are times that I've been here twice a week looking for equipment for patients. I imagine that there are still some gaps. All Blessings Flow is dependent on donations, so there are times that All Blessings Flow runs low, but the staff here, the volunteers, are amazing at creating waiting lists so that if there is a piece of equipment that a patient of mine needs but is not available, there may be a delay, but it still may be provided down the road. It certainly narrows the gap. And it's not just about providing the patient with that piece of equipment, it's also about timing. Some patients would be able to get the equipment through their insurance, but there's a long waiting period, and that approval period is so long that they really need it now to prevent a fall, to monitor their blood pressure. So what sometimes happens is I will get a piece of equipment to loan to a patient temporarily while they are waiting for their permanent piece of equipment.
All Blessings Flow is just such an important part of our community. I've talked to so many people, friends in other states, and they say, gee, I wish we had something like that here. And maybe they do, and they just don't know where to find it, but they can't believe all the equipment that we have and this mission that Doug and Annie started. It is one of the most rewarding things I've ever done.
All Blessings Flow is primarily funded by donations. We have help with grants and some organizations and churches, but we primarily receive a bulk of our money through individuals, and we are so grateful for all the help that we get, all the love and support that individuals as well as the community at large. That's the only way that we can make this mission work, and it's the only way we can make it grow, and we are very grateful for all the support.